Countdown time, people. Kaboom. It's boom time.
Oh, the Instagram's not
Can
working.
you change it to make a fart sound at the end?
I could.
That would be good.
But our there we go. There's Instagram.
Yeah. But then,
That's what it should be.
yeah.
That's what it should be. Hello.
Hi. Or like a tuba. Boom, boom,
Tuba.
boom.
Boom, boom, boom,
Something
boom,
dumpy.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. I was talking to my barber, who looks like I don't know, a barber from the 1950s, but a sailor barber because he has
Does he have
tattoos.
the arm garter belts?
No, not that bad. But he plays tuba. He played tuba in the Coast Guard band.
Is it playing a tuba or blowing a tuba? I feel like blowing a tuba feels more appropriate to the task because that thing's a beast.
That is a beast.
I've met men smaller than the size of a tuba.
Yeah,
Who are also
I'm
bigger
not
than the
because
size of a tuba.
I'm swole, but I don't know about you. Oh my god! So I posted on Instagram today.
Yeah,
That
about how people smell. I think I saw this. Was this
did
the
you see
video
that? Did
one?
you see the comment I got?
No, I didn't see that. I don't
This
read. You
might
know
be
what?
the.
This is how I'm old. I'm chronically online. However, I don't read comments.
So oh really?
Yeah, it's not my go-to. I'm here to enjoy the posts.
Well, I
I
guess
go to a museum. I never read that little thing on the side of the. I'm like, oh, this thing on the wall is cool. I don't
so,
think I've ever read the little thing on the bottom. That's extra to me. That's like,
the comments.
yeah.
Well, okay, I'll show you a comment
Did
because
you get like a crispy anarcho like
so I got
so
two comments. One is from
capitalists?
yeah. Well, let's
Yeah,
see. Let's see. Here we go. This is me. This is weird because this is
yeah,
me and you
yeah,
watching me. So
yeah.
here's a comment. So the video is fucking wear deodorant if you go to the gym. And it says, I don't wear deodorant. I have a skin condition that when I wear deodorant, it causes my skin to get infected. And then I get a cyst in my armpit and it is very painful. So first off, wait,
Nobody needs all that.
I don't need to know. I
Yeah.
really don't. Like, God bless, but not really. I clean my armpits a lot. And if I'm at the gym, I'm going to smell, which I must say, if you clean your armpits a lot, you go in the locker room, a little bit of soap, go out, work out. You're not going to be that smelly.
That's right.
Why hate on someone that doesn't wear deodorant if you don't know the reason why?
Because it
They
smells
make a
like
good
shit.
point. They make a good point,
I don't need to know why dog shit smell. I don't need to know why shit smells to know that I don't want somebody shitting near me.
Yeah. But
What's
what if
in
someone has
there?
a shitting condition?
Yeah,
What if
I have a
someone has a
shitting
shitting
condition. I shit every day in my bathroom. And guess what I do? I
condition?
shit in my bathroom, not just anywhere I want because I got a shitting condition. So if that person smells like shit, they need to go smell someplace that they're not expected to smell like anything else other than that.
Well, I just, yes, 100%. And if you see like, this is not someone I know on Instagram. So you see like a random post about someone being like, I just went to the gym. People need to wear deodorant. And your first instinct in your life is to write that comment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you deserve to feel offended by my Instagram post. Maybe maybe the world has been designed to just really, it's a hard place. It's a hard place to live. Then again, I don't get cysts under my armpits when I wear deodorant.
We live in a society, man.
Now, to be fair, I didn't read the full other comment, but there's a comment there that says, what I wish is that dudes would stop grunting when they're deadlifting, when they're lifting. And this didn't make it into the video, but I grunt at the gym.
I mean, that's the only reason I would go to the gym is for the grunts.
It's for the grunts.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
yeah. Yeah, I kind of close my eyes a little bit when I hear that and kind of just go for the ride on that. You know what I mean?
And I do it, but I do it really like I'm really aiming for the the beta kind of vibe.
Oh,
and so I do it with like 5-pound weights. Like I do the like.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good move.
But like a 5-pound like
That's a good move.
For all the people paying attention, 5 pounds is not a lot.
Just depends on where you put it.
I mean, it's 3 minutes into the stream. We're already going hard.
We're talking about body odor, man. I don't know. You started going straight for the pits.
Oh shit, we already got chats. Hey chat.
That's right.
Oh no, is my mic bad, chat? Again?
I don't know. It sounds fine on my side, but I don't know. I only pay half attention to what you're saying anyway.
Let's see. Let's see, chat. This is why the chat's here, is to offer me advice on how to set up my
QC.
microphone.
QC.
All right, how's that? Is that better, chat? You tell me. Chat said I was being ableist. By also, chat, you're being genderous. I don't know if it was a dude who made that comment, but
That's right.
I'm gonna hold it against you. I hope that this, we've talked about this for a while now. Like, I just can't wait to get canceled. I hope that this taking on the armpit cyst person is the final straw, and I hope that the woke left comes for me and cancels me.
You've got a while to go before that happens, my friend. There's all types of nonsense happening in the world. They're just getting a pass.
Man, chat, how this can't be. This is not happening, chat. That this isn't working. This is my microphone. This is my microphone.
I don't know. Yeah.
I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't understand. Let me
You
put it
think
in
you
my
know?
monitor. I hear it. It sounds good to me. I don't know, man. This is how it's going to be, chat. All right. So enough technical. How you doing, Blue?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm excited to see our boy Comey out here trying to 86-47. Big fan of that.
I was
I feel
I was
like
wondering. I feel like you are the one that we should be talking to about this because
the
you are a professional kitchen person.
I'm a professional 86er. I'm a
You're a
person. I
professional.
professionally run out of everything we need.
When you've
But
yelled 86 in the restaurants you've worked in, have the Secret Service swarmed in to question you?
no, but the dining room Karens have come for me, so that I've lived through.
Oh, because you're out of something and they're upset
You're out of
about it?
something. That's what
How
86
dare
means.
you.
You're out. You're out. You're out, Tom. It's out.
I thought 86 meant cancel.
I know 86 just means we're out of it. I mean, in the restaurant context, when you're 86 something, we just don't have any. You can 86. You can 86 a drunk guest. You can
Right.
you can get them out. So in that context, you would cancel. But it's really more like you're out. Like you're out of something. You're out of patience. You're out of this. You're out of that. You're 86.
And so what's the worst? Do you have a good Karen story?
No, there's never a good Karen story. They're all terrible. It's always some nonsense. But I gotta say this: it's always been like I say Karen, but like it's always been very mute compared to the kind of Karen stuff you see on like TikTok, where they're like literally having like a deep manic episode about a fucking French fry being upside down or something like. No, never that, never that. Thank
Thank
goodness.
goodness. Jesus.
Yeah.
So Comey gets. I'm just wondering what world we live in where Comey is like the new folk hero, right? Like, I mean, previous generations had like Sacco and Vanzetti. We get Mangione, who's like the son of rich people killing the son of poor people who happen to become rich, and then we get
Right.
Comey, who's like a lifelong fucking Republican FBI dude who did the most cringe. I mean, 8647 in seashells on the beach and saying, I stumbled upon this. It's so fucking good though. Like, it's so fucking good. Hope. You know what I mean?
Listen, there's something about the FBI though. They're like they're a completely. Let's not forget the FBI is a completely evil operation. Okay, but like there is something about FBI and the directors that get produced at the FBI that is really kind of like I want. That's the thing I want to investigate. Like J. Edgar Hoover is wearing women's underwear underneath his uniform. This guy's fucking 86-47 seashells on some fucking beach. The new guy we got is fucking cross-eyed and a complete incel maniac.
Kash Patel.
Like, yeah, Cash Patel. So I need to know what's happening at the FBI that like is creating the situation. That's what I need to know.
Well,
That's what I want to know about.
Kash Patel spells his name with a dollar sign, right? Isn't it
I'm pretty sure he does.
K dollar
I wouldn't be
sign?
surprised that he would. On his real ID.
Chat says 8647 is so corny. It is corny, but he got pulled in the Secret Service.
Yeah.
So that's happening. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
We love Comey. This is the Comey cast, actually. This is where we
We do not love Comey. But here's the thing I was going to say is like I'm actually there is a I had what I enjoyed in the first Trump presidency, which wasn't much, but the one thing I did enjoy was a sort of like out of pocket surprise anti-Trump people, like the people who were
Right.
taking stances were like kind of like the people you least think would take a stance on anything, right? Like
Right.
we had like I'm like surprised like the scientists haven't stepped up as broadly as they did the first time around. But the first time around we had like scientists for science, like we
Yes.
exist.
Yeah.
But then like so between this and like the weird spicy national park stuff and
Oh, I
librarians not
mean,
allowing the fucking whatever the federal agents into the Library of Congress, like there's some exciting stuff happening at that like cultural level that I'm
I
getting a
mean,
kick
I
out of.
do. The national park stuff is pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. I don't know, like how it's going over in the national parks land.
Yeah, I suspect it's going well.
I had one pulled up, but I didn't. I don't think I pulled it. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Here we go.
I
Hold
just
on.
see Comey. I don't think you may not be sharing the right.
No, I know. You see Comey. I know. Here we go. Share this instead. Here we go. Here you
Yeah.
go, chat. This is for you.
If it's your best friend, I swear that's the gospel truth. We can share a beer, a bed, a quick back rub, and still keep our straight man roots. Heck, I meet up with Bobby every Friday night. We lock the door, turn the lights down low. We crank up
This is it.
George Strait while we
Joshua
slow
Tree.
dance close.
This
Ain't no
is
shame, but don't
you know
tell
America,
my
man. This is what we
folks
fought for.
slap
This is what we
when I
British
pass by,
people
tells
did.
It's
me
not
I'm
gay if it's your
looking
best friend.
good in these tight
I mean-
blue jeans. Well, we might compare our equipment for a laugh, but it ain't
So good.
no funny if you catch what I'm.
Like
Yeah.
the world is great. This is what internet is for right here. Is fucking national
These are
park.
the
This is
moments.
not the thirst trap. This is not the classic thirst trap.
No, no.
Those are good too.
This
But
and getting nostalgic over Vine is really the only thing that's left that's good on the internet.
oh, here we go.
Lighter or liquor?
Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet. That's some wet. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet. That's some wet. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's
That was too easy.
Lighter.
Like what?
That was too easy. That was
I mean, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. They made it kids friendly because they were like, we can't say the p word, so we have to say make it wet, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the best part is they show water. I mean, that's so. JP, the chat's losing its mind. I don't know, chat. Have you missed this whole thing? This has been like the best thing to happen on the internet.
It's so good.
I know.
And then they're competing against each other. So you got like,
it's so fucking
yeah.
good.
You got the
It's
four
so good.
corners,
I put up comments. I did put shit out saying that if they needed a model, I'm available. And none of the national parks have reached out to me yet. I'm very disappointed.
Listen, there's a market you can still hit. I think you could probably pick up where dude left off. Who was remember that guy who was he got famous for a little minute, like splitting wood in his backyard. He was just like,
oh, he's one of the thirst traps.
Yeah,
he's one of the people that
Yeah.
they keep taking his videos.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I haven't seen all of them yet. I need to get into it.
Oh, dude, you have to. It's like
a
it's a deep TikTok life that we live. It's a deep TikTok.
Some of us.
Dude, my TikTok life is killing me. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so good. So we had Comey, and then we have the other hero of the left. Chat says, I can't wait for them to put out legit porn to advertise parks. Chat, you need to go down the rabbit hole because one of the people they stole thirst traps from is a legit adult entertainer who
Dude, if they just posted a bunch of the cruise listings on like Grindr and other websites, like that's what that is.
yeah.
It's like come to this park to get fucked.
Oh yeah, they should, and then they should just tag it Yellowstone.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
Already
pretty
there, man. The
fucking
material's there. We just got to open it up.
So this is the dude. This is who I was looking for. I'm not gonna do this because then we're gonna lose everybody. Yeah, look him up. There's a dude, Alberta National Parks fan accounts
Oh,
go viral with steamy TikTok trends. So this dude is Alberta. He's an Alberta native or whatever.
whatever. Yeah.
And they took a lot of his content, and he's a straight up like OnlyFans kind of guy. The best part, if you watch, he has a TikTok about like coming back from a fly fishing trip and being like, I'm suddenly famous because people are taking my shit. And he's like, I make this content for women. And I'm like, dude, those ain't women subscribing to your channel. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, okay, 25%, but what are you fucking talking about? It's wild. It's wild. So then we have this other hero of the left who did you follow this? Got pulled out by CPB when he was coming into the country.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says.
Customs and Border Patrol agent goes, "Step aside, sir." I was like, here we go. All right.
Can we just pause for a
I'm
second?
waiting-
So Hassan Piker, for people who don't know, is the streamer who streams 8 hours a day. I watch it sometimes. It's a lot for my old brain. But one of the things he gets lifted up for is being like this gym bro, like dirtbag leftist who isn't scared to play with gender. And his way of playing with gender is through fashion and this pearl necklace he's wearing.
Okay.
Can we just be real for a second? That he doesn't look like he's playing with gender. He just looks like he lives in LA, right? Like,
yeah, or Bushwick. I mean,
right.
Yeah, I mean,
right. This isn't like him being like, I feel comfortable in my gender. Apparently he did something where he like wore a dress or something.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Can you imagine? So it's like there's been all these write-ups of him, and whatever, he's got fashion. That's cool.
Sure.
Like that's fine. But like, let's anyway. Drives me fucking crazy. Kids these days.
In the corner, this Latina ICE agent comes up, picks me up, takes me to this.
It's a very
detention center.
boomer
I
way
sit
of
down,
describing somebody,
fluorescent
by the
light
way.
Latina ICE agent.
Yeah, like what's the reference? What's the relevance of the person, like their gender or their nationality or anything? What's the benefit of any of that? That is such a fucking boomer move.
It's a weird thing.
It's such a weird move, man.
bulbs, the whole nine. Okay, they have benches in the back of O'Hare Airport where there's like a detention area.
Okay, so Canada hates me. So I tried to enter Canada once after I had 6 charges from the RNC in 2000.
Yeah.
And 3 of my charges were conspiracy charges because they were trumped up charges, as many had. So the RNC, Republican National Convention in 2000, I got arrested. I spent 2 weeks in jail with a bunch of 400 other people. And 3 of the 6 charges were conspiracy charges. And conspiracy charges are felony charges, even if the conspiracy for the crime that you're going to commit isn't a felony. And so I tried to enter Canada for another protest with a bunch of other people looking fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Canada was like, well, we're just going to run your vibes and see like, what's the deal? And they're like, you have an open felony case. You're not allowed into Canada. And so now anytime I try to go to Canada, what flies up on the screen is I got denied from going to Canada for a felony charge. And so I started carrying papers with me that are my expungement of that arrest. And I have had CBP officers in Canada, like Canadian Border Patrol.
Yeah.
Like I'll hand them the thing and say, well, they'll throw it back. They've thrown it back at me and be
They're
like, I don't
meaner
care.
than you'd think they'd be.
Oh, they're not nice.
You kind of think the Canadian Border Patrol wouldn't be
they're not
like
nice.
as mean.
No,
but they're pretty mean.
They're mean.
Yeah.
They're mean.
Like I'll go to Montreal every so often and I'd be like, I'm just here to like drink and eat foie gras. And they'll have like a lot of questions. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm just here for the weekend. They're like, where you're staying? I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to just be drinking and homeless and dying of fucking, fatty liver disease this weekend. And then I'm coming back to the United States. So
right.
I don't know what,
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not nice people.
No.
So what he's saying about the benches in the back, I've tried to drive across the border and then I've also flown. And flying, I was leaving the airport and they were I got approved. I thought I got approved and everything. And as I'm about to leave, they're like, through that door, sir.
Oof.
And I go through the door with my partner at the time and it's benches and it's like me, Irish people and Indian people. Like that was it. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then they were mean to me. The best part was I was like carrying a knife because I was going camping in Canada, and they're like, "We don't care about that." And I was like, "Okay, I don't understand."
Okay. There's a detention area. I'm sitting there. There's like a bunch of terrified families. Finally,
what it usually
this
is,
agent
terrified
comes out,
families.
says, Hassan Piker. I'm like, that's me. Coming
The agent goes, "I like your pearls."
with me. I'm like, oh, brother, here we go.
Oh,
They
brother.
take me to this back room.
Oh, brother.
Okay. And the back room is not great. Everything, the back room.
This guy is like a streamer, right? Like he talks for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
How is this the description of what's happening?
This is a brand new experience for him.
It's not great.
Room is designed in the most hostile way I've ever been inside of a room. The vibes are really.
He's clearly never been to jail.
Yeah, he's never been arrested. He hasn't spent 10 minutes with fucking handcuffs on his. And he's not even, at this point, he's not handcuffed. He has not been fingerprinted. He has not been processed. He has not been strip searched. He has not fucking gotten hit. Like,
Nothing.
He's just
Nothing.
he's just been escorted by a Latina into a back room
A
with
hostile.
a bunch of scared families.
It's a hostile room.
Apparently, a hostile, but the vibes were right off. We need like a very New York style translator for
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
To really like get across the point about what it means to be arrested.
Totally. Like this is what the real vibe is.
Yeah.
Chat says he's never had a bad meal. I've definitely walked into some hostile bathrooms. Look, if you've been to a men's room in an airport, that shit's hostile. All right. Like, I don't know what the fuck this dude's talking about. He probably goes to the single occupancy bathroom because he's so fucking.
No, he's in the
close.
Centurion Club, dude.
Dude,
He's not.
he is.
He's
You're
a
right.
millionaire.
Back there. Everything is fluorescent light bulb. It's
Oh, it's so bad for the light. The lighting is so
Yeah,
bad for my
I couldn't even
stream.
use my ring light. Terrible.
Oh, it's so fluorescent.
very obvious that they knew exactly who the I was. He kept saying,
Yo, it's so obvious they knew who I was because I'm a famous Twitch streamer.
That's right.
oh, well, since you mentioned that, what do you do as a job? And I was like, I'm a Twitch streamer. And he's like, well, since you mentioned that you were a Twitch streamer, what kind of things do you stream about? And at first I was like, do I just tell him I play video games? Because I don't think he's going to believe me if I say I just play video games to him, right? So I was just like, yeah, I play video games, but I also do current events sometimes, drama, internet. And he's like, oh, do you talk about, since you mentioned that, you talk about the things that you talk about, do you talk about the news? And I was like, yeah, I talk about the news.
I can't with this guy.
And he kept saying, okay, so when you talk about the news, do you talk about the war? And I was like, what do you mean by that?
Okay. So I think we all know what you're supposed to do when anybody in a uniform asks you a
Shut the
question.
fuck up.
I think we know.
As always.
Oh, hello.
We were just talking about you kids.
I'm Denise Heberly.
And I'm Bill Goodman.
Together, we've been fighting fascism for over 50 years.
And so much has changed over those 50 years, such as the ingredients to a successful firebomb.
And the glass that bank windows are made of.
But there's one thing that hasn't changed over 50 years, something that is so important to tell you kids who are new to this movement.
Shut the fuck up.
Hassan Piker. What are you doing?
You gotta take some of that medicine, man. He's gotta take
Sitting
some
in
of that.
the police transport van after a protest?
Shut the fuck up. In a holding cell with your comrades?
Shut the fuck up. Cop knocks on your door?
Shut the fuck up.
Texting on an unsecured device?
Shut the fuck up. Pulled over by the cops after a protest?
Shut the fuck up. Cop just asking about your day?
Shut the fuck up. Feds, call your mom?
Tell your mother to shut the fuck up.
Now, repeat after me. When the cops come calling, what do you do?
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
And
This is
yet,
a real. This is a valuable
Hassan Piker keeps fucking going. Just fucking.
He's like, do you talk about Trump? And that was the first time where I was like, what the is this question? Like, I literally straight up told him,
Dude, I have been arrested. I have been arrested at a political protest, right? Where I have a clear political opinion and viewpoint, where I've been beat by fucking cops, zip tied, carried with my hands behind my back, like carried by my shoulders, thrown in a van, brought into a holding cell, right? and then brought into a smaller holding cell with 3 dudes with suits sitting on the cot, asked me about my political ideology. I got arrested at a protest. Do you know what I said?
My name is Mubin Abu Jamal.
Yeah,
I do not fucking recognize the authority of these courts.
Exactly. Don't call me by my slave name, is what I said to them. I didn't say shit. I was like, I'm not answering your goddamn questions.
Damn right.
Are you my lawyer? Then I'm not talking to you.
Ugh.
I was not crossing a fucking border. I did not get pulled in by CPB, the American side. You know what I mean? And when I go to Canada, I carry fucking legal documents, and I'm like, here are the legal documents.
That's right.
Like, this is it.
That's right.
Shut the fuck up, man. What is he thinking? He's out here 8 hours a day being like, this is fascism, da 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 da. And then the first time he gets questioned,
encountered actual fascism.
The first time he gets questioned by the fucking anybody in an outfit, he goes, "Oh, you know, I talk about Trump."
I was like, why are you asking me this?
He thinks he's smarter than this.
I was like, what does this have to do with
poor
anything?
dude who
I saw no reason to hold back on certain things. So I said, I don't like Trump. I was like, what are you going to do?
I want to see the receipts
protected
on
by
this,
the
though,
First
because
Amendment.
I don't know whether this is actually true or whether he took one too many mushrooms and ended up in the Centurion Lounge of the airport and just
like
imagined that this is what happened to him.
Imagined it.
They like ran out of pretzels and he lost his fucking mind.
It's possible, man.
I don't know which one it is.
It's like way fucking possible. It's way fucking possible. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why you would talk to them about anything. And I mean, and then he's like, watch the best part.
I don't like Trump. Yes. Right. Like, I was like, I'm not fond of him. I don't like him. He said he was going to end the wars.
This is the best part. It's coming
he
up.
Hasn't ended
Promise
the wars.
everyone, it's fucking insufferable.
What's up with that? You know? And the guy actually was very sympathetic.
Oh,
the agent
he was
very sympathetic.
Oh.
And I don't know if it was like JCS style interrogation.
Oh, you don't know.
To come across as sympathetic.
Oh,
to like,
you're not
invoke
sure.
Some kind of positive feelings out of me.
You don't know if that's what it
like,
was?
Get me to reveal something.
Maybe it was that.
Me up, or because he just genuinely was sympathetic and had the vibes of
think
someone
you're
who
right.
was like, I don't know why I'm
Maybe
doing
he was
this.
just sympathetic.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like to be there and be like, oh, he's just sympathetic with me because I'm fucking know what I'm like. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
In the most hostile room you've ever been in.
Well, I'm sure the guy was equally as sympathetic to the families that were terrified in that CBP.
Totally. The people that they pulled out because they lied on their customs form and had like a 5-pound bag of rice in there.
Yeah,
dude.
Listen, everybody, people got to learn that everybody learns differently. So
just shut the fuck up.
That's how he's learning. We'll see.
So you're not chronically on TikTok like I am these days, right?
I mean, I think I am. I don't know. My daughter said that I was chronically online the other day, and I felt.
Oh, did you feel judged?
I felt both seen and judged. I didn't know how to feel about it. I have set up a timer. Like but like the timer is absurd. But yes, I've set up like these are the amount of hours I can spend on socials a day.
Huh.
And when I run out, it's really hard to just not ignore the limit.
Yeah. I got one of those brick things.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
That's too hardcore for me. I don't know.
It was $50 for a piece.
Imagine I run out of time limit and then a boat crashes into the Brooklyn Bridge. I can't not be informed. That's not a symptom of being.
Well, so that's the thing. Whenever I think of getting rid of my phone and like getting offline, I'm like, but what if something happens? I need to know about?
Something will happen. Of course, it will happen.
I mean, when September 11th happened, I had to actually just look up at the buildings and see them burning. I couldn't actually just bank on 2 blocks away. 2 blocks away.
What a time to be alive.
Have you seen this tool? So I'm chronically on TikTok, and I am chronically in the TikTok world where it's liberals versus conservatives, which drives me fucking crazy because the whole like liberal label, and then you have these people who embrace the liberal label, and then you have people like being like liberal cucks, and then the liberal cucks are like, oh yeah, I can squat 500 pounds. It's like this whole back and forth ridiculous thing. So this dude is like the worst of the worst, and it's like, this is just like, forget the politics of this. If this is like your life is making this content, you would shoot yourself in the face.
We know Joe Biden has booty cancer. You were the White House top doctor. How could you miss that? Well, you see, yeah, how could you cover that up? America was absolutely clueless to Biden's condition, and you
God,
lied
CNN
to
is
us.
wearing a
How
Che Guevara
dare
shirt.
you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, hold on a second. You Melvins told America Biden was sharp as a tack, even though he looked like a vegetable for the last 4
Melvins, huh?
years. The soy
What
stream
is a
media
Melvin?
should
What
sit
is
this
that
one
around?
out and
Soy
not say
stream
a
media.
word. Well, what do you expect? I'm a journalist. We lie about everything, and then when we get caught, we gaslight you into
I can't even watch this. How much of a bummer is your life if this is what you're like, I'm gonna do TikTok and this is what I'm gonna do?
I mean, somebody needs to get his eyebrows together. He needs to meet up.
He
You know
does.
what? He needs like a one-on-one with Hassan. Like,
He
I think
does.
this is.
I think you're
They're
right.
both at the same like hair level, so
They
there's
do.
gotta be.
They
Is
do.
this like alternate Hassan Piker? Is that what this is?
I don't know. That might be because this guy, his name is Tony Barlow. I don't know, maybe Italian. And what's Hassan Piker is like Persian?
I
Is
guess.
that right?
I don't know.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Who cares?
Who
I don't
knows?
know. Sure.
Who knows, man?
Whatever.
The kids these days.
These kids, I don't know. Come on.
Okay, so this is one. We're just like fucking watching clips at this point, but like, this is how life goes these days. This shit right here.
Oh,
I'm so glad NYU is out here looking out for people.
What is appropriate to say in this time and to a group this large is a
First off, this kid's like 22 but looks 15.
and how did he get his hat to
Stay like that? That's bobby
physics.
pins.
Like there's
This
there's
bobby
like a
pins.
physics thing that's happening here.
He's got bobby pins, 100%.
a recognition of the atrocities currently happening in Palestine.
New York University says it is withholding the diploma of graduation.
They're withholding the diploma. Cool.
Student Logan Rozos, who condemned the war in Gaza while delivering a graduation speech.
The genocide currently occurring is supported politically.
The genocide currently occurring.
Right.
First off, look, he's speaking at a commencement speech. Can we get rid of some passive voice? Like, what the fuck, man? Genocides don't occur. Someone does them. Like, what are we doing here? You're not writing a fucking 20-page paper anymore. Get rid of the passive voice.
ChatGPT made the speech for him. So.
Dude, it's the worst. Like, this is why liberal arts shouldn't exist right here.
And militarily by the United States is paid for by our tax dollars and has been live streamed to our phones for the past 18 months.
In a statement, NYU strongly denounced the student's choice, saying, quote, "He lied about the speech he was going to deliver and violated the commitment he made to comply with our rules. The university is withholding his diploma while we pursue disciplinary action. NYU is deeply sorry that the audience was subjected to these remarks and that this moment was stolen by someone who abused a privilege that was conferred upon him."
I condemn this genocide and complicity in this genocide.
So he didn't earn the grade to be valedictorian.
What's that?
He didn't earn the grades to be valedictorian. He didn't earn the right to be on the stage. It was a complete privilege.
Well, you know, like, I think there's a couple of things that we can. I mean, I just really, I don't, on a serious note for a second, post October 7th, when Hamas did the actions in Israel and killed 1,300 people, I saw the left. I was a little heartbroken by some of the left response because I saw a lot of anti-Semitism, and I was like, I cannot. The anti-Semitism I'm seeing in the moment of this level of atrocity and death just feels unhinged and not human, right? I don't care about your political analysis. I don't care about all that kind of stuff. Like, in this moment, people have died, and they were killed by other people, and like, we can say that is bad that they are dead, right? Like what are we doing here? And there was a lot of like, kind of like backbending and like kind of like passive support of Hamas, which is a very, as one of my good friends said, Hamas would kill you and your pronouns, right? Like, they're not your woke revolutionary organization. They are a resistance organization within Palestine, but they are also right wing. So all the shit. So I just saw a lot of shit, and then that brokenheartedness was compounded by the shit that Israel has been doing in Gaza, which is fucking killing tens of thousands of people by bombing them, by starving them, by all the shit. And then we have in the United States we have the weaponization of anti-Semitism, right? We have the like, okay, we're gonna use anti-Semitism as an excuse to shut down free speech, right? So like you have this kid who did the commencement speech at NYU who said like, this is a genocide and I don't like it. That is bad.
Yeah.
And you have the fucking administration being like, okay, we're not gonna give you your diploma. And then you have the fucking ADL being like, these are all lies. And the fucking Democratic dude from Florida, I forgot his name, being like, oh, he lied. Not about what was gonna be in the speech. He lied because it's not a genocide. He lied about it's not a genocide. He lied. It's a war. And wars are unfortunate. I'm sorry, wars require two sides to fight each other. Like,
I mean, it's
like you're killing tens of thousands of civilians in a fucking area where they can't fucking go anywhere. It's fucking heartbreaking. It's insane. And NYU is like, yeah, we're gonna not give you your diploma. This poor fucking kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, I lost my mind on this shit, and then then I saw this, and it made me feel a little better.
Yeah, he's funny. He's
publicly withheld the diploma of one of their students who used their graduation speech to speak out against war crimes. Bravo. And to that student, I ask, did NYU teach you nothing? Your values are for brochures and for marketing, not for real-life enactment, you silly fucking goose. NYU is about impoverishing your family with ludicrous tuition bills while developing a severe addiction to ketamine and manga websites and falafel.
Manga websites.
It's about
falafel.
The romance of going to the Wells Fargo that used to be CBGB's and taking money out of the ATM and using it to buy.
Anyone not in New York understands the falafel joke because the only thing you can afford to eat if you're at NYU and you're not wealthy is fucking falafel.
And I even feel like that's even fucking dated because that's the case these days.
That is dated. Yeah, this fucking CBGB's is now Wells Fargo is brutal.
Ayahuasca from a finance major named Coldridge Eaton, or Eaton Coldridge. You'll never be 100% sure. And he claims he's a shaman because one of his nannies spoke Portuguese. So you follow Coldridge or Eaton into the dormitory that used to be the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, where you do the ayahuasca and you have the trip.
I had no idea that one of the dormitories used to be the Triangle Shirtwaist.
I mean, it's hard not to be, like NYU just gobbled up exactly everything down there. Yeah. So what isn't owned by NYU down there?
That's true.
Of a lifetime. I don't know,
man. Having gone to a somewhat liberal institution and then having been in a really radical sort of student government and then I mean it's all complicated feels, right? Because it's like you have your politics, there are pockets of people in the university and the college that you're at that also have those politics, and
right?
And if you're sitting in a place where you're bridging, it's the most complicated. It's like the biggest trap they ever gave us, right? Like in the 60s, which was to give student government to the students, right? To like run and operate. It was like the biggest trap because we were all of a sudden just consumed by the administration in a way, so that radical students like who'd want to take advantage of the money and the resources would then oftentimes just end up acting on behalf of the administration.
Yeah.
So like good for him, to like stand up there and do that. Because it is, I can imagine, like as a little brown boy, just even the cultural pressure of like, what would your parents think, right? Like even that's got to feel wild to me. But it just, this is how they're just grasping at straws, dude. Like they're just grasping at straws. NYU, Columbia, all of this, they're all just, they don't know. They're just, they're just, I don't know, man. They're running out of dicks to suck, and they're trying to figure out, how to keep whatever they think they got going.
They're like going way hard in a direction no one's asking them to really go. Like it's like, and then you have like behind the Planet Pro-Palestinian movement is the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, of course. And you also can't ignore that NYU has Barron going there as a student too, so there's something there too. But anyway,
yeah, it's just wild. I mean, if you read the ADL statements and stuff, it's like, we are sorry that any students, especially Jewish students, had to hear this on a day that was meant to be special to them. And I just am like, wait a second, the complaint about DEI and the woke left is the coddling of the American mind, right? Like it's the idea that like woke people can't hear opinions that are different from theirs because they are harmed by them.
Yeah.
And then you have a student on stage who like said like I mean this is the thing, and this is like where it's become so weaponized in this moment, the anti-Semitism, where it's like he said there's a genocide happening in Israel, in Palestine. And that he didn't say Jewish people are doing that. He didn't say in the name of a Jewish state. There was none of
He
the
didn't go. He didn't really radicalize it in the way that it could have been.
no. And what he said was, this is happening in the passive voice, and it is bad, and the U.S. is supporting it, and that is bad.
Yeah.
And that is then being turned into by those who want to trade on anti-Semitism in order to build their broad front for authoritarian movement in the United States. It's just fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
It's just fucking wild. I just can't. It's just bullshit. This is downer tonight, huh?
I mean, what's there to be? I don't know. What's there to be joyful about?
Well,
I mean, Comey getting swatted was exciting.
Comey getting what?
Comey getting swatted for his seashells. That was, fun.
I thought that was pretty good. I thought, we need more Comey in our lives, I think.
We need more FBI directors getting swatted.
Comey, but did you okay, I'm just showing you shit from the internet because you're not on TikTok as much as I am, and I have no one to talk to you about this shit because my partner's like, I hate the internet. And did you see this shit?
I don't know, start playing it maybe.
But your department is out of control.
You're
spending like you don't have a budget.
So good.
You're on the verge of running out of money for the fiscal year.
I hate to sound like a misogyny.
Refusing to spend funds that have been authorized by this Congress and appropriated by this committee.
Wait. Why are you misogynist noir? She's not black, and neither are you. What are you fucking talking about?
No, what's the? I use the wrong word. What's the? Now, is it just misogynist? There's like a harder term for
people who hate women.
Women, yeah.
I think it's misogynist.
Maybe it's just misogynist.
You hate to be misogynist?
Yeah.
Wait, why is it misogynist? Because she's such a fucking asshole?
She's a woman, she's a girl boss. She's girl bossing it, man. How can I step on the girl boss?
She's so fucking horrible.
She's the worst.
Ignoring the immigration laws of this nation, implementing a brand new immigration system that you have invented that has little relation to the statutes that you are required, that you are commanded to follow, as spelled out in
Holy shit. Wait a second. You see this shit here? I thought she was wearing like a shoulderless jacket. It's just some bald dude behind her.
It's just a bald dude.
Oh man.
They're all bald. There's no hair in that place.
Oath of office. You are routinely violating the rights of immigrants who may not be citizens, but whether you like it or not, they have constitutional and statutory rights when they reside in the United States.
Oh man.
Your agency acts as if laws don't matter, as if the election gave you some mandate to violate.
This is 6 minutes long. It's fucking long, man.
Constitution and the laws passed by this Congress.
But then this guy will go and vote for some
You act as if you were
anti-black fucking legislation that locks up kids for wearing the same clothes.
But I mean, that's the thing. So this is the thing, right? Like this is the thing about Hassan Piker. This is the thing about like the liberal versus conservative shit, right? Like this is the whole like anti-Trump stuff, where it's just like I wanted to ask you because you have gray in your beard like I do, like the focus is on Trump. I think it's a mistake.
It might be. I mean, look. I mean, it's hard. It's hard not for it not to be. It's also not wrong for it to be. And he's not the worst that's going to come down the line at all. And he's not the worst that's behind all of this either, like at all. He's just the sort of like, I'm not saying that he's like a puppet either. I mean, he's not like that much of a dope. I mean, he's very deliberate and clear about what his intentions are and what he wants. But you can't tell me that someone like him is so easily like, he's just so easily manipulated by the smallest fucking things. I think I lost your audio, man. You touch your microphone again? You got no audio. It's just me. All by myself. Well, anyway, show must go on. Yeah, so I don't know. Trump it's easy to hate on him, but he's I don't know. Like this like the Heritage Foundation stuff and the Project 2025 stuff feels like a little bit of that hand that's kind of like manipulating
Mhm.
things or moving things, but
Mhm.
but I don't know. I don't it's yeah, I don't know.
I think the thing I worry about is like, and this is because I'm now deeply online. It's like you have like it's just conservatives and liberals trying to own each other. Like that's it. Like, and you see there's like all these young folks who are like trying to debate Charlie Kirk, which is great. Fucking Charlie Kirk should be kicked in the nuts as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
But then they're
But
doing
that's
the
not
same.
what they're doing. They're not literally kick like he
No,
should be literally kicked in the
he
nuts
should
as
be
much as
literally kicked in the
possible.
nuts.
Right? And they're not.
Right, right.
They're trying to like engage with this maniac who's not
And
worthy of
win an
being.
argument, and then the same, and then but they're doing the same thing to like MAGA voter at a rally, and they're like proving them wrong, right? They're
Yeah.
proving like the tariff shit. Like, who do you think's gonna pay the tariffs? And it's like China, and it's like let me prove you wrong. And it's like,
Yeah. It's not
okay, but like, what is this? Like, what is like who is that for, and what does it do? Like, I just like I don't know, man. Like, it just feel like I get fucking freaking out that like your enemy and like whatever, but like the mistake, like some schmuck who just watches Fox News and thinks Facebook has real news on it. It's like I don't know. There's something. The street fight seems like you're in the wrong alleyway or something. I don't know what the metaphor would be. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not a it's too much of that highfalutin fucking East Coast intellectual bullshit. Like, haha. This is why I can't stand the word disappointed. Disappointed. The word disappointed is for me the most like patronizing turn of phrase that I could fucking think of anybody using. Like it's like I don't know if it's like trauma from like you know being parented, but like they're like fuck you and your disappointment, dude. Like disappoint. What is that? What does that mean? Disappointment. Like I'm disappointed, and he's like, then you're an idiot for being disappointed by these racist assholes. Like you're disappointed by like you're ridiculous for being disappointed by capitalism. It's intentionally meant to destroy you. Like why are you disappointed? You're an asshole. You should be disappointed in yourself for not being for being disappointed. It's ridiculous to me.
Who's disappointed?
All these liberals, everyone was always disappointed. I'm so disappointed in the Trump administration for being so
Ah,
so callous.
yeah,
Like, what the fuck? Like
yeah.
you shouldn't be disappointed. You should be fucking infuriated.
You
Like,
should be infuriated. You should be kicking people in the nuts. You shouldn't be.
yeah, fuck Trump, dude. Come on. Yeah.
But I think that's the thing is like I think it's like there's a misunderstanding of where power lies and what the targets can be and what the power is. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the part that I just am like, okay, so you own this poor person, and I get it. Like I saw someone walking down the street with a Make America Great hat on today and like a 1786 shirt or whatever, and I was like, man, if I just ran up real quick behind him, just punch him in the side of the head, he'd never know. He'd never know. He's an old dude. I'd take him down. Not as old as I'm not as old as he is. But
Yeah.
and I didn't like have necessarily compassion for him. I wasn't like I want to be your friend and take you to fucking dinner, right? And then it's like I have that emotional reaction to this shit, like especially because right now, like Make America Great, like this shit is lined up explicitly with racism and racists, right? Like they just brought in fucking white South Africans. Like what the
Dude,
fuck are we doing?
It's just so.
We brought in white South Africans because they're an oppressed minority who are experiencing violence.
Can you imagine,
dude?
And
I didn't have time to pull shit together for tonight, but like the shit that is going on in the MAGAverse around the myth of like the poor white South African.
Yeah, they believe that there's a genocide on white Afrikaners before they actually recognize the genocide that is happening in Palestine.
It's fucking banana pants. And I know that truth doesn't matter, but like, what?
But that's why. But that's my point. Like, we can't waste time. Like, yes, it's impossible to. You can't ignore the truth. You can't lose sight of the value of truth. And you have to set aside any expectation that truth is a part of how we win. Like truth cannot be a part of our resistance. That's
No.
not
No.
that's not on any one side because
No.
it doesn't exist any longer.
No.
So the proof is in the fucking punches. That's the way we gotta fucking approach this at this point. It's the proof is in the punches. There's no other way fucking around this. And I'm not, some of that may be violent, some of it may not. But like at the end of the day, like yelling at Christy Noam about, this, that, and the third, that doesn't do anything to undermine, their ability to do what they're doing. Like,
No.
you want to stop some shit from happening, then vote against the fucking bills. Shut down voting.
Yeah.
Filibuster for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like, use the power. That
Use
little
the
bit of
actual
you
power.
have, like, actually do it. Right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Fucking.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that makes sense to me. Like, just berating her in public. Like, great. Now what? Like,
Now
so
what?
what? Everyone agrees she's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's the challenge is like with the truth not mattering and then everything is performative, like it's easy to then get into this like whole weird back and forth performative stance thing. And it's more challenging to actually, I mean, this is where I give Hassan Piker a little bit of credit because if you watch his streams and you watch the engagement that people are doing with him, he has real conversations where he challenges people's assumptions and gets into back and forth with his chat around different shit. But and he's still talking to CPB. Like he's still mistaking. I mean, this is the other thing.
It's all out of context. My point is, look, I have 100,000 conversations with people on the fucking right, the middle, and the left every fucking day. And you know what? We have those conversations when we're stuck in the same subway car with the same smelly ass fucking homeless person. And each single person in that train is looking at this fucking deranged, smelly human. And all of us have a different opinion about what they are, who they are, why they're there, why are we there, why are we putting up with it, why are we not putting up with it, why is no one dealing with it, why is too many people dealing with it. Like every single person in that train has a purpose who's different than each other's, and all of us are having to deal with the same context. That's where those conversations happen, right? Like if somebody gets involved in a fucking car accident in New York City, guaranteed the 5 people who jump in to help and the other 30 that are just filming it on video will all have a different perspective and a view on what the hell's going on and all of this. Like, and that's where the real dialogue happens. Throwing somebody on a fucking podcast and be like, okay, I'm going to prove to you that this immigration policy is racist. Like, that doesn't mean anything, dude. Like, let's get down fucking to it. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what really happens here.
I'm with you. But what about for people who don't live in New York City? That's the challenge.
Fuck them, dude. This is the only thing that matters. If you're more than a gas tank away or a battery charge away from New York City, you don't count. Get out of here.
Holy shit. That is awesome.
I have no time for that nonsense. You kidding me?
Fuck them.
Here's a dot. I'll draw a radius around it, and that's it, man. Everything else.
Oh my god.
You're on the other side of that line. Good for you. Too bad.
So fucking amazing. That's so amazing.
You're in the circle of trust, or you're not.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've been like, it's been a tough week. The Gaza shit's really got me fucking turned around. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I was in Palestine, I went 20 years ago now. I remember I met someone from Fatah, and he was like, "Oh, you're American, okay." And I was like, "Fuck." And this is George Bush II only won once, and he's like, "If George Bush," he's like, we don't hate the American people, we just hate your government, and so. I was like, okay. And he's like, so if George Bush wins the second time, then we'll know where the American people stand. And I was like, oh, so I have to go back to the United States and start doing voter work. And that like put me on a path to doing voter work in the United States. Cause I was like, if this is the charge of like, what does this mean?
Yeah. It's also an assumption that the American democratic system is operational. Right. Like it's also like really short-sighted. This is the thing too, is like in all these conversations, like, you can, it's also just as easy for people that are outside the US to look at, the left here and be like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, are you Americans don't understand anything? It's like, okay, cool. But, meanwhile, I'm also getting my ass beat by the fucking police. Like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, We're not here to compare whose fucking oppression is worse, my dude.
Right.
Like, that's not what we're here to do. And if we're here, and if that is what we're here to do, then like, let's stop. That's wasting everyone's time.
Right. No, that's true.
So it's hard not to fall into that. I mean, I get it. I'm not minimizing any of the real critiques that people have, but I also think that they are minimizing or underestimating what it means. Like,
Well, that's what I mean when I talk about like
to be in the belly of the beast, by the way, indicates that you've been eaten by the fucking beast, bro.
But,
like, you have been consumed by the beast. So they're like, oh, you're in the belly of the beast. You have it. Like, what am I going to give it? Indigestion? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, if that's
well, I mean, that's why that's one of the
out.
reasons I think like Trump is like kind of like the shit he's doing is wild, but it's like there's a distraction there as well. I mean, like this is the thing, like, and I think it's like, you know, the left for a long time have been talking about like Christian nationalists and like all these other people who are coming for us and all that. And I actually think like that shit used to be true. And now like it's a different world. Like I'm really concerned with this fucking literal egghead. Literally. I never knew Mark Andreessen looked like this.
But are you surprised?
I
Do you think he was younger and douchier? Is that what you're?
No. His head, he literally has a pointy head. Like he has a condition. Like this is he looks fucked up. Like
yes.
So Mark Andreessen, for people who don't know, is probably the richest person you've never heard of, but you've heard of him. And he's an angel investor. What did he invent? He invented like, was it PayPal? He was like one of them fucking early day startup bullshit.
Was he the Netscape guy? I always
Netscape.
He's a Netscape guy, right? Yeah.
And this dude used to be a big supporter of the Obamas and all that shit. And then he red pilled himself. He like read political theory, like read deep political theory, and was like, actually, I believe in this whole like Curtis Yarvin cathedral. We need a CEO and a monarch instead of a president bullshit.
Yeah.
And not surprising, you know, earlier in May, he predicted that one of the only jobs that will survive automation, AI automation, is his job, which is to be an angel investor. Because it's because it's a talent, it's an ineffable talent that the robots can't be taught on how to do.
Yeah, of course not.
So it's going to be the only job that survives, which is, you know, just another example of like people are just fucking high on their own supply, and like as much as we think they're nefarious and like crazy and like have all these superpowers, they're just fucking morons like the rest of us.
Yeah,
who like are like
they just have financial power. They just got
financial
means to be loud. You know what I mean?
But I mean, this is what I mean when I'm like, oh, like Trump's a distraction. It's like, I mean, Trump and his administration is doing wild shit, no doubt. But like the people, the money, and like you said, like the idea that democracy works or liberal democracy actually works, the people behind all this shit, right? Like we have a conception, you and I came up where the right wing were like the remnants of like the right, the white nationalist right, the returning Vietnam vets, Timothy McVeigh, The Order movie, which I haven't seen. There's a movie now based on The Order.
Yeah,
right?
I heard. Yeah,
it looks good.
Yeah.
Like so, like real underground, like white nationalist, extremist shit. And I think for me, it's hard for me to shake that idea of like the right wing, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the Oath Keepers. You have the militia types, right?
Yeah.
But then the reality is like we have this new right wing that are like richer than God, like who like are legit. Like I don't know about Elon Musk being right wing. I mean, he's like he's a fucking weirdo. He's done a lot of fucking what's the drug? Or
ketamine, whatever.
Ketamine, special
Probably,
K, as they used to call it. So like I don't know.
Probably adrenochrome too. Like something that involves like harvesting organs.
Oh, dude, what was it? Like, can you imagine spending that much money to look real mediocre? His cellophane face, his laminated face, Bill Burr on that one. But like, like Elon Musk, he's just fucking melted in his own brain. Mark Zuckerberg is just the fucking worst.
Yeah. Well, these are this is the technocratic, right? This is the technocratic arm of the fascist movement, right? It's a technocrat, the rationalists, it's like the people who are completely reliant upon the tool. They are, they are human agnostic. They don't really give a shit about what humanity is. They only give about the function of whatever tool they happen to be fucking working on at the moment.
Yeah. I think these are the people who are actually scarier.
Yeah.
Like these, because they are actually ideological.
Yeah.
We don't think of them that way.
Deeply ideological.
Deeply ideological.
Yeah.
Like real scary shit. Although, did you see what was it? There was that bombing in California, the guy who blew up an IVF place because he thinks humans shouldn't reproduce anymore. So we have on one side Elon Musk, like the pro-natalist, I'm going to get 15 women pregnant and have 15 different kids. And then we have a kid who's 25 being like, there's too many, we should stop reproducing.
But only one of those two guys has gotten pussy before any of those statements were made, right? And I suspect
Elon Musk,
like Elon Musk, never got pussy and was like, I only got pussy after I became a millionaire. And like did all of this other stuff, and now I'm just buying like human vessels to put my sperm inside of. That's like his punishment to women, right? This other guy's like, I've been fucking bitches, and let me tell you something, man. There is nothing worth doing after. Like, it's not. This is not the thing. Let's just fucking stop it. And I'm not minimizing the damage he caused and the people hurt or whatever, but like, I don't know, man. It's like. It's
I think your analysis is spot on. This is a top news analysis. This is breaking top news analysis right here. You think Elon Musk didn't have sex before he was a millionaire?
Total incel, dude. Who would have fucking touched him with a 10-foot pole? I mean, maybe the goats on his farm in South Africa. Like,
dude,
maybe
maybe
that's why he leave. Like,
he invented a dick-sucking robot. You know that's
absolutely. I mean, and you could see that when you see his father on TV, like you see his father's got this fed up. There's this like air of fed upness of like the shit that Elon must have been up to, like the killing of the squirrels in the backyard, having sex with like machines at home,
can you imagine?
like just you know what I mean, like the groping of the aunts and the family. Like there's stuff,
totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like there's stuff that Elon was up to that the father he still carries that fed upness.
He carries it.
You know what I mean? You could see that. And his father's no fucking saint either. But
no, they're all horrible human beings. But these are the true people that have scary power.
Yeah.
Scary power.
Yeah.
Chat says, nah, he was locally rich in South Africa. Of course he got.
Yeah. I mean, goats have pussies. I mean,
oh my god, this stream has taken a real rightward turn. I don't know which way we went. We went from critiquing Hassan Piker's pearls to saying Elon Musk got goat pussy, which is a great name for a band.
I like that.
Goat pussy.
I'm sure there's.
You guys want to shock your parents? Make that T-shirt. You know what I mean?
That's right.
All right, chat. It's been a night. I'm gonna call it because I got a little kid that I have to be in charge of tonight.
Call it, man.
Blue, thank you yet again for another hour-long stream on a Monday night.
It's always a pleasure.
Bye, chat.
Week.
See you later.
Happy birthday to Malcolm X.
Oh, happy birthday, Malcolm X.
Happy birthday to Ho Chi Minh.
Oh, boy.
And a big shout out to Harlem, the connecting force between those two magnificent human beings.
Wait, say more before we go.
Ho Chi Minh spent time in Harlem working. He actually met Marcus Garvey and a bunch of the Garveyites, and a lot of what he learned and the political people he met in Harlem became the inspiration of what he went back to do in Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a Harlem connection that bridges Malcolm, Ho Chi Minh on this glorious 19th of May.
Okay. We gotta. That's worth. I need to read more about that.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, Ho Chi Minh. Happy birthday, Malcolm X.
Yeah.
See, this isn't liberal. We ain't liberal over here.
No.
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 No liberalism.
No liberalism. We're just some
bad liberalism.
Red and black graybeards over here.